The Newsday continues here in One News Now. I'm Diego Castro, bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. Chinese President Xi Jinping spoke to Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday for the first time since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Zelensky described the hour-long phone call as long and meaningful, signaling the importance of the chance to open closer relations with Russia's most powerful friend. This call comes a month after Xi, who has refrained from denouncing Russia's invasion, visited Moscow. Chinese state media said Xi told Zelensky that Beijing would send special representatives to Ukraine and hold talks with all parties seeking peace. They also report that Xi told the Ukrainian president that China will focus on promoting peace talks and make efforts for a ceasefire as soon as possible. Zelensky, meanwhile, said in an evening video address that there was, quote, an opportunity to use China's political power to reinforce the principles and rules that peace should be built upon. The White House has welcomed the call but said it is too soon to tell whether it would lead to peace deal.
习近平主席同泽连斯基总统通话，展现了中国在国际事务中的客观公正立场和大国担当。中方将派中国政府欧亚事务特别代表赴乌克兰等国访问，就政治解决乌克兰危机同各方进行深入沟通。
In the U.S., the Montana House censures transgender legislator Zoe Zephyr for supposedly breaking decorum. This came after Zephyr said lawmakers who back a ban on gender-affirming health care for minors would have, quote, blood on their hands. The House voted to censure Zephyr, meaning she will be allowed to vote but not participate in debates for the remainder of the legislative session. The issue stemmed from a Senate bill that would ban transgender health care treatments aimed at minors, such as puberty blockers and hormones. Addressing her supporters, Zephyr said she would continue speaking against the legislation, which is a matter of life and death for transgender people.
They picked me in this moment because I said a thing that got through their shield for a second. Those in power aren't content with just passing those hateful, harmful bills. What they're demanding is silence, and we will not be complicit in our eradication.
Walt Disney files a lawsuit against Florida's Republican governor asking to overturn state efforts to control its theme parks. In its lawsuit, Disney accused the governor and his supporters of illegally using state government to punish a company for voicing an opinion that should be protected by free speech. The skirmish began after Disney criticized a Florida measure last year which banned classroom discussion of sexuality and gender identity. In public remarks, Florida repeatedly attacked Disney for being woke. State lawmakers then passed legislation that ended Disney's virtual autonomy in Central Florida, where Disney World theme parks attract millions of visitors each year. Florida's new Tourism Oversight Board also said Disney's plans for potential expansion of Disney World did not comply with state law. For this reason, the board said the decades-old special tax district agreement formed with Disney was void.
Disney was openly and legally granted unique and special privilege, that privilege of running its own local government for a time. That era has ended.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. A writer accuses former U.S. President Donald Trump of raping her. During a civil trial in Manhattan, E. Jean Carroll told jurors that Trump also defamed her by lying about it. Carroll's lawsuit concerns an alleged encounter in a department store dressing room in late 1995 or early 1996. On his social media platform, Trump described the accusation as, quote, fraudulent and false. The comment prompted a district judge to warn about more legal problems if he kept discussing the case. The trial came after Trump pleaded not guilty to charges that involved payments made to silence a porn actor. Pope Francis allows women to vote for the first time at a global meeting of bishops in October. The historic move allows for 5 religious sisters with voting rights. The Pope has also decided the inclusion of what a Vatican document called 70 non-bishop members in the meeting. With the 70 representatives to be selected by various conferences, the Vatican asked that half of those chosen be women. The new rules follows major steps that the Pope took last year to place women in decision-making positions in the Vatican. The coronation of King Charles III is seen to boost UK's tourism industry, which is still reeling from the impact of COVID-19 lockdowns. More details in this report by the Associated Press.
It's a big draw. It's a big draw because I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It reputs, but not that London needs it, but it's a new story that we can tell about this wonderful city.
Because it's also a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, that coronation of Charles, so that's why it's also a great opportunity to celebrate as well.
Yes, we will remember always the coronation of King Charles III.
Yeah, with the afternoon tea bus.
During COVID, the tourism industry just shut down, so huge losses of about £149 billion have been suffered by the industry. And the industry is very much getting back on its feet and ready to welcome people.
Voilà.
And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. Coming right up is Agenda at 8 a.m. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.